Welcome to the University of South Carolina family. We're so excited to have you here. One of the first things you're going to be considering as you plan your move here to Columbia, South Carolina is your housing option. It's a very important one. You have two options as a student here at USC. One, you can choose to live on campus, and your second option would be to live off campus.
Maybe there's a little bit of fear by moving off campus. The majority of our students live off campus. We have 30,000 students here and 23,000 of them live off campus.
Finding your perfect off-campus housing can be a little bit challenging. It's going to require a little bit more effort on your part, but it can be done, and here are some steps to help you get there.
Step one would be make a list of wants versus needs. What are you looking for? What are some things that are make or break that you absolutely need in that apartment? And then don't sway from that list. So if you're looking at a unit that doesn't have something that you need, don't consider it and move on.
Since I got a lab over at the School of Medicine, so I had to look for a place which is close by, because firstly I didn't have a car. So I got a car only after coming to the School of Medicine. So that was a big issue because transportation is a very big thing.
If you don't have a car, you really have to think twice if you want to live off campus. But you don't have to worry too much because a lot of the apartments do have like shuttle service you can take. But like during the weekends, if you want to go grocery shopping, that would be quite painful if you don't have a car.
The safety of the area is also a very major thing that they should look into. Probably, they should take reviews from people living in and around that area to get a feel of the area, like, whether it's prone to more crime rate or something.
Another thing that you need to consider is what is included in the rent. You may see an advertisement for an apartment community and it may say rent at $400 a month. But that $400 a month might not include utilities such as water, electricity, cable, internet, and things like that. So that can definitely bump up the amount that you pay every month. So think about what is included in the rent. Step two would be to do your research. You can do a lot of research online. That's great. We have a good website that does educate students on what it's like to live in the city of Columbia. Every city is not the same. We are unique. So you definitely have to do your research.
Yeah, that's why I shifted here, because the reviews were good from the people who were living here, and the rent was cheaper as compared to the rent which is there over at the main campus.
Know what apartment communities are out there maybe before coming to Columbia.
Don't try to decide which apartment you want to take before you come. Usually Chinese students come, or all the international students come here around July to August, and there are so many apartments available.
Step three, after you have done the research and you think you have some options in mind, would be to call or email. A lot of apartment communities or landlords will put their information online, so you can email them or give them a call, whatever is more convenient for you. Probably email would work best. But you could call and just make sure it's still available. Just because it appears online does not mean that that unit is still available. So just think about availability and don't stress. I think that's probably the most important thing that I can tell students is not to stress when it comes to living off campus. You will find a place to live. It will be great for you. You'll be fine. You'll find a roommate and things like that. So I guess going into the next step would be to think about roommate selection. We have message boards on our website that you can look for roommates. There are a lot of international students that post on there that you can reply to, and all that communication is done online. So it's very easy and accommodating for you to find a roommate.
Before coming here, like as soon as I got admitted to USC, I just started my frantic search for roommate through online, like I think through Facebook or through some Yahoo group or something like that. That's how I started looking for roommates. And I contacted every possible girl who was coming here from India, and they knew that I'm coming here, and it was like pretty crazy. So then I contacted Aditi, and she was already living here. So first year she just came here and she settled here, and then her roommate was leaving the apartment, so it was like the perfect match, and I was like, okay, we could just gonna swap the roommates.
The most difficult part that you're going to have to do is actually making the decision of where you want to live, and most of that's going to take place when you're here in Columbia. So if you get here, you can always try and find a short-term rental or sublease, maybe for a month or two. That way you can become familiar with your surroundings, you can get to know campus and get to know our city, and then make the decision.
When you come here, when you learn the environment, then it will be much better for you to look for another apartment.
I have lived both on the main campus and here, so I can say that living on campus was much more lively. I used to feel more close to university life. So that is something I definitely miss out on. But then, slowly especially like I'm a PhD student, so slowly when I'm moving forward to that PhD thing, it's like, it's better to be away from the hustle and bustle. So it depends in what stage of your life you are.
We hope that you've enjoyed this video and that now you have the basic steps to get started in your off-campus housing search. If you need any help, don't hesitate to contact our office in the International Student Services as well as the off-campus housing department. We're here to help you. Welcome to USC.